There's this YouTuber named Jalyn who's considered a lolcow within the commentary community. Even though I'm a commentary channel, I tend to not deep dive into the community's shenanigans. But this year-long phenomenon known as the Jalyn cycle has piqued my interest for a while now. Experts have defined the Jalyn cycle as a series of events that start with innocent hijinks, getting called out, apologizing, and then doing the same thing the next morning. So today I've decided to make a tier list about my favorite anti-hero in all of anime, Jalyn. Starting at the top, we have a tier dedicated to Jalyn W's. This is reserved for all those massive wins Jalyn has achieved. Next, we have short outbursts. This category is for the crazy shit that has come out of Jalyn's mouth. However, these outbursts are short and sweet. Nothing else happens after Jalyn says a slur. And finally, we have the bitch fit category. This tier is dedicated for all the times Jalyn not only made an offhand comment, but went full-on nuclear, destroying all of their enemies in their path. Let's start with the first episode of the Jalyn cycle. The pilot episode of the Jalyn cycle starts with a little bit of hypocrisy. A YouTuber named Technoblade died of cancer last year, and Jalyn said that people who milk his death are horrible people. The next day, Jalyn then makes a video on Technoblade's death and puts the word cancer in the thumbnail. Personally, I don't think this is that massive of an L. I think we're still in mid-tier quality content, so I'll be placing that right here in the middle. The second episode is a different situation, but pretty similar quality. Some YouTuber named Larix made a rant video about Jalyn. Now, to be fair, Larix was being kind of a dick, but in the commentary community, you gotta know how to take shit. So when someone makes a rant video on you, you either just gotta brush it off or learn from it. However, Jalyn's response was to flag the video, which was definitely not the right call. Jalyn decided to challenge Larix to a fight, but unfortunately, Jalyn was feeling sick and was only at half of their power level. This meant that when Larix would attack, Jalyn would just space out and become vulnerable.
With all due respect, like, this doesn't really make much sense, right? Because you open up the conversation being like, well, I flagged the video just to, I guess, see if it was harassment. When you're like flagging a video, like, it's like the same logic. Like you want the video to go down, correct?
Lol.
Right?
I don't know. Sorry, I kind of like spaced out.
It wasn't really a pretty sight. As Augie RFC would later say, the session was, and I quote, AIDS coming out of my ass. Personally, I still think this is just mid-tier content. I can't lie, this is a banger fucking tweet. One of the best and definitely deserving of the W tier, the first Jalyn W. We're on the third episode and Jalyn finally catches a win. I don't know, I think I just like how the tweet specifically says World War II, subverting our expectations on a more obvious edgy reference.
Fuck you.
Obviously, pretty bad to call a black person the N-word, but thankfully Jalyn left the call before anything else was said. Short and straight to the point, can't complain. I deem Jalyn's first slur as mid-tier. Just like the first time, Jalyn says the N-word and then just leaves the Discord call. What bums me out is that nothing new was really added. It was basically the same thing as last time. The only difference is that Jalyn tried to cover up the first N-word by saying they didn't actually say it and it was all photoshopped.
Yeah, that was Photoshop.
Whatever the fuck that means. Kind of a funny excuse, but, you know, still mid-tier.
Ringo's also literally making the same jokes. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, what the fuck?
I am black.
Jesus!
I am
You're
black,
all
actually.
hypocrites!
Jalyn decided to join a Discord call filled with people that don't like them. As Jalyn becomes more agitated, they just go berserk. Not only do they pretend to dox themselves, not only did they make a half-assed apology, but Jalyn also said their favorite word in the English language. Sorry, Jalyn, that was kind of a bitch fit meltdown mode, so I'm going to have to put it in the lowest tier. Everyone keeps calling J.K. Rowling transphobic, so when this new Harry Potter game came out, you were accused of being a bigot for playing the game. So Jalyn claims that, in a sense, people who purchase the game are supporting transphobia. Really stupid fucking take, but I would still put that in the mid-tier. Jalyn didn't yell out any slurs or anything like that. It was pretty calm, just a stupid take. That's fine. We all sometimes throw out bad opinions. It's alright. This one wasn't too bad. This commentary channel named Acheeto challenged Jalyn to a debate, while Pack God and Keemstar serve as the moderators. Based off that, you know this live stream was very civil and normal. But genuinely speaking, this is one of the funniest fucking streams I've ever seen that involves a bunch of topics I don't give a single shit about. It's just pure chaos from everyone.
Were you referring to the Jalyn?
No, I mean, I guess. I don't
Ah!
There we go.
Oh, no.
I just said, I hope World War II happens.
Jalyn was a big factor of this masterpiece of a stream, so I must deem this as an absolute fucking W. I think this might be the worst goddamn thumbnail I've ever seen. Whoever made this is below Jalyn's meltdown tier. This shit is fucking trash. Okay, for the person that made this, why'd you make the faces look so realistic? I hate it. Jalyn's got like these fucking chubby cheeks that they added. Whoever drew acheeto made him look like a tool. Those stupid douchey glasses. Other than that, this actual debate is boring. It's about religion and other topics that I really have no interest in. I don't really remember Jalyn saying anything super outlandish, and to be honest, I don't know where to put this on the tier list. I guess I'll just add a new tier. Yeah, I mean, this really has nothing to do with Jalyn, but the thumbnail's so atrocious that it turns on the monkey part of my brain. It just pisses me off for some reason. I hate it. Fuck whoever made this thumbnail. If you didn't know, there's this parody account of me on Twitter who has convinced many people that they're me. I don't care to debate random people online. I like making videos occasionally and reviewing movies on Letterboxd. But Sensitive Society, a commentary YouTuber, someone I've collabed with before, not only decided to simp for me, but he simped for a goddamn fake. Jalyn rightfully called him out. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another Jalyn W. For like the 50th fucking time, Jalyn decides to join another Discord call filled with people that just don't fucking like them. But here's the thing, Jalyn is like the underdog of this story because it's a 1v6. Even Pack God got destroyed. As he was powering up for his next attack, screaming at the top of his lungs, Jalyn merely laughed at him and roasted the roast god himself.
I should have listened to Pat God. My entire life sucks, and guess what? Now it's over. I'm never gonna be able to fucking go back. Remember these words because it's gonna be fucking over soon, and you're not gonna be able to do shit. Fuck.
You're the roast god? Bro, this guy fucking sucks.
That is a fat fucking W if I ever did see one. Unfortunately, Jalyn downgrades massively as a character when they start defending HRT and puberty blockers for minors. And then before leaving the call, they say a bunch of slurs, so I'm gonna have to put that in meltdown tier. Oh, I almost forgot. Every great protagonist has their fearsome rival. Goku and Vegeta, Sonic and Shadow. But that bullshit doesn't even begin to compare to Jalyn versus Liquid Jalyn. Liquid Jalyn made a channel parroting the OG Jalyn. The channel would use an AI voice cover of Jalyn's voice and just say a bunch of random fuck shit. It was kind of funny. This led to Liquid Jalyn's channel being terminated due to Jalyn snitching to YouTube. In response to the termination, Liquid Jalyn just made another channel and apologized for Jalyn.
Hey guys, Jaden here. Today I am going to do something impossible. And that would be apologizing for every action I have done.
So essentially, OG Jalyn got absolutely pooped on, and that is worthy of the lowest tier. So what do you guys think? What was your favorite season of the Jalyn cycle?